Hola amigas, welcome to episode number 5. Um Titled, what is it titled? Oh, it's a bloody mess. So hopefully it doesn't like the title gross you out, but I just like want it to be funny. Um, cause like bloody periods. So that's what I'm gonna be talking about today, periods. Um how am I gonna start this? And then before I get started, actually, I should probably say I am supposed to upload all this podcast video, everything at noon today, and it's already 9:17. So I don't think that's gonna happen. So I'm so sorry if you're like waiting for noon to hit to watch this episode, but I don't think so because I still like it's just like I still don't have like a lot of people watching this, and it's okay. Like I'm learning, so the less people that watch it, the better. But I just been like I've been tired. I think I've just had like with like the holiday like being long, and then just like it's like some of my triggers like going off this past like weekend, this week. So I'm just like tired. Like I haven't been like today, like I didn't put an alarm, like I just let my body just like naturally wake up. And then like I didn't want to like usually when I get up, like I get ready, I get everything ready for like the podcast and everything, but like I didn't even do that today. I just like lay down for like a little bit until like I was able to get up, and then like I actually hung out with like my niece, and she said hola. She said her first word. I've been trying to teach her how to say hola since the moment she was born. And she said it today. It was the cutest thing ever. And like I wouldn't have experienced that today if I wasn't like just letting my body rest, which is amazing. But let me see. The reason why I want to talk about periods is because um with like me like in my like healing journey and everything, like I've been listening to my body a lot, um and like even now with like my periods, like I feel like my periods are different now that I'm like noticing a lot of things. And then I actually found this video that I'm gonna play that kind of just like got me like thinking more about it, and then like I've been having more and more conversations with like my friends about periods. And like it's different for everyone, like, and then I'm just like some of the things that like my friends have told me, I'm just like, oh my god, like girl, that you experienced that, like and like yeah, like it's just been different for me now that like I'm aware of everything. um so let me go ahead and play this video. I will add like where you can find this video in like the description of the notes. I'm sorry, in the description of the podcast. Oh, and then speaking of that, so what I am going to do, I'm gonna talk about a couple of things actually before I start. Um, so anytime that I post a video, like in the description, I think I already mentioned this, but I just want to mention it again. Like I'm always gonna like shout out like pages that I follow, posts that I really like, and really like I should be using social media, like doing this by using social media, but like I'm still like I social media is very time consuming, and I don't have the energy to use it as much right now. So for right now I'm just gonna keep everything in like the description. So like in last week's episode I added like a couple pages that I would like you to whenever you have time, like just take a look at them. And then like I was like very specific. I was like, on this, like there's a post like from this day, look at that post. um where was I going with this? So I want you to look at that, and then think I was just telling you guys to look at that. So keep an eye out for those. And for last week, I kind of I added some more pages, like even after I posted the video. So like so if you already watched that episode, just go back and just look at the description of it, just to see if you were able to catch like when I made the changes. Oh, and then also, speaking of last week's episode, I did say that I was gonna add a video towards the end, that I wanted to share with you all, and I did, but I ended up taking it off because I didn't like how it looked. Like I didn't like it at all. So like I ended up like just taking it off. I took it off Spotify and YouTube. And for Spotify, it's easy because you can just replace the video. But like for YouTube, I had to delete the whole video and like remake and repost it. And then I am gonna share that, but I think what I'm gonna do is like the way that I'm gonna share it is I'm gonna share it on YouTube. And the only way that you could see it is that you have to be subscribed to my channel. And the only reason why I'm doing that is because like I only want people who watch this podcast, who follow me, to see that, because I was also kind of like regretting it, because like I'm like it's like me being vulnerable to you guys, and like it's uncomfortable a little. So like I don't want like just anyone to like have access to the video, just like, the people who want to follow me and want to like learn from like my experiences and stuff. So if if I don't have that many subscribers, so the people who are subscribed already, they'll have access to that. So yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see that video. And and then another announcement that I wanted to make. So today's episode is going to be my last episode for this month, because next month is Domestic Awareness Month. It's every October, so like I want to prepare for that. I want to I want to have that whole month be just dedicated to domestic violence awareness. I want to find the information that I want to share with you all. So that's what I'm going to work on this entire month, so that when it comes time to recording those episodes, I'll have my topics to talk about. And then I still don't know if I'm going to keep it like every Thursday for that month. I'm going to plan it out, and then when it comes to like October, and then like I come back and like I'll explain everything to you all, so that like how next month is gonna play out. Are those all the announcements that I wanted to make? I think so. I'll come up with something. Okay, so I'm a period. So I want to play this video real quick first before I talk about periods. And then yeah, I'll start talking about my period. Wait, let me start it again. I gotta turn up my volume so hopefully everyone can hear. Ooh.
Someone is suffering with terrible period pains. In traditional Chinese medicine, is there an emotional component?
There is a huge emotional component to it. I think in Western medicine, everything is simplified, right? We're looking at an indicator and they will say everything is due to hormones. End of story. But in Chinese medicine, we really look at how does it really affect your emotions, right? Like you have some women who during PMS will have this raging hunger that they can't stop eating. In other cases, you have women who, when they get very emotional and anxious, they like spend all day and they don't eat anything at all. There's no appetite whatsoever. There is also this very obvious symptom for women during PMS or even during period, depending, where they have this strong bloating in their system. They eat something and then they're just overall just feeling they're not themselves. They're very weighed down. They feel heavy and just like Many of my clients told me they just feel off. There is a huge emotion component to it. It's called liver qi stagnation, which is a classic cause of illness in Chinese medicine, where repressed emotions such as anger or like frustration, especially when accumulate for such a long period of time, has a role to play in your physical health. And when it comes to women, it not only affects your menstruation health, right? It manifests itself in these PMS symptoms where you feel no matter what you do, you just can't get happy. You just feel like you're just off, or even affects infertility, in fact, in Chinese medicine.
Someone is suffering with period pains.
Okay. So that was the video that I wanted to share. And when I watched this, I was just like, damn, like that kind of like makes sense, because like I feel like I've noticed my periods have been changing, but at the same time not so much changing, like since I've started my healing journey. So what do I want to say? Because there's so many things I want to say. I now, so I've always had heavy periods, and now with like my like, that I've been like healing and like working on myself, my body, like listening to that and like taking care of myself more, like they're still heavy, but they're not as heavy as before. And a lot of like my pre-period symptoms, like I feel like I would feel those a lot more. Like I would be like a lot more emotional before. Like I would get easily frustrated, angry, whatever. Before my period, I would have like, you know, tender boobs, like my lower back. And like now, it's not like I think the only pain that I feel is there's just like my lower back now, sometimes my boobs, and then just like if I'm having like a few like a rough couple of days, then I'll notice that, you know, my mood is like I'll be like sad and like crying all the time, and then I'll just be like, why am I like crying? Like I don't like I'm just like I don't cry this much, and then like I get my period and I'm like, oh, that's why. But like sometimes like I don't get like that. um and it's just like I don't know, like we just don't have these conversations a lot, and like I said, like I've been having them a lot with my friends, and like I want us to start having these conversations, because like I feel like, you know, we need to stand up for ourselves more when it comes to our periods. um and I can give you an example of like why, and like why I'm kind of bringing this up, and then especially because of like that video. So like on the day that I got divorced, that was like June 9th. Was it June 9th? No, I think it was June 6th. Oh yeah, because it was a Tuesday. So it was a Tuesday, it was like June 6th. And like at work, like I wasn't able, like I couldn't miss work because there was like a training that I had to do, but like I told them, I was like, I can't come to work, like I have court, like I have a divorce with people, like I can't come in. And then they're like, okay, fine, like just come in the next day and we'll figure out a way for you to like make up the training that you did. And I was like, okay, whatever, got it. So then like and you know what, actually, like I actually ended up like, because I thought it was gonna take like all day, but it didn't take all day. Like it was just like a couple, like 20 minutes that I was there. Actually, it was pretty fast. So like I actually like went back to work, and then like I feel like I should have just like taken that day off, but I was just like so stressed because I was like, oh fuck, like I gotta make up that day for training, and then I'm just worried about work when work shouldn't fucking matter at this point. So I ended up going to work, and then like everyone's at work, like my manager, she's like, oh, you know, how, like, are you excited? Like, are you happy? Blah blah blah. And then I'm just like, yeah, I guess um I was it was just I I I didn't have time to process everything. So I just after the courthouse went straight to fucking work, and then just not processing everything that just happened at court. And then I had the long day at work, training, whatever. And then just I remember the next, and I still had training the next day. So the next day for work, I just I started crying uncontrollably. I was pacing back and forth. I was thinking fuck, is this should I have done this, and just thinking all these thoughts. And then I also had on that Tuesday, I got my period that night, right? So then the next day, that's when it was coming out a lot and heavily and stuff. So I just remember not wanting, I couldn't go to work because I couldn't stop crying. um and I had this terrible horrible cramp. It was I don't think I've ever had it this bad. um so then I didn't even call off work. I did not call no show because I just couldn't. So then just that day, I literally slept that entire day. um and even there was a point where my body just shut down. um so I believe it was maybe around 3ish. My sister had came into the room because I guess I haven't came out of the room all day. And in the morning I was with her for a little bit. I was I just need to be with you, let's do something. I can't stop crying. So we were watching a movie, and then I think I ended up going to sleep, and then I just left to come to sleep in my room. So at 3, um I see her come into my room, and we're talking. And then I think she asked me something about eating, and I remember being so hungry, but I just could not physically get up to eat. And I just remember I just got up, and I was fuck, I'm so hungry. And then I just and then just my I went black. My body just fucking shut down. I went back to fucking bed and didn't wake up till 8 again, 8 p.m. that day. um and it's crazy. I should have listened to my body at that time, and I was just so worried about work. And to the point where my body shut down. And that's why I want to have these conversations, because because after that, I thought what the fuck, why was I so stressed to go to work? My body fucking shut down. um Hold on, I need some water. And then that wasn't that was the first time that happened to me really bad. But it happened a second time, where again, my period, and the stuff that I was going through at that time, it was it was so hard to function. And when I have these conversations with my friends, they always tell me the same thing. It's hard to do things, you don't feel motivated, you're tired and stuff. And then I'm just damn, we should we need to come up with a law, so that if you work, we get the time off. It would be nice if it would be paid time off. But even if it's not, at least give us the fucking time off that we need to fucking rest, because that shit fucking, it sucks. um and then I also have this one other post that I found. So I follow this page on Instagram. It's just called Feminist, and then they repost stuff. So they reposted someone's, I think this is from Twitter. I don't have Twitter, so, but I think it looks like Twitter maybe. But they reposted this woman. Her name is Layla Cohen. So it says, 26 years into menstruating, and I still have not learned that when I think everything sucks and that it will never ever get better, it means that I will start bleeding in 48 hours. And then that's like the thing with us, like we don't realize that, like, you know, like the pre-period stuff that happens, like we don't know that our period is coming until it fucking comes. Like it's not like, you know, our fault or anything. It's just how our bodies work. um so yeah, like I just wanted to start that conversation, you know, start having those conversations with your girls, have them with me, and then, you know, later on, like down the road, once like hopefully if like my podcast like gets more followers, like I'll be able to talk about this again, and then with more people. And then just with like just, you know, because we're on the topic, I wanted to also like shout out the other podcast that I listened to. This one I haven't listened to in a while though, because it's like I have too many things going on. So, but it's called the Empower Brain. Let me actually read it first, and then I'll tell you which episode that I like kind of like ties into this one. So it's called the Brain. I'm sorry. I'm gonna start all over. The Empowered Brain by Vanessa Calderon. Um, so the Empowered Brain is the only podcast that uses science, psychology, and coaching to help you rewire your brain, become more effective, create a happier life, listen and learn how to master your mind, master your emotions, sorry, thrive, and master time. Dr. Vanessa Calderon is a Harvard grad, physician, master coach, and mother of two. She has over 20 years of clinical and leadership experience and is the founder of the Journey to Your Empowered Brain. The journey uses the latest science in neuroplasticity, resiliency, and psychology to help people master their mind and become more effective in the areas of their lives, master their emotions and heal from past traumas, master stress and resilience and thrive amidst life's everyday stressors, and then master time, create healthy boundaries, and have more time for people they love. I really like this. Like I'm not really far into this one, but she has like a lot of good episodes. Like her first one is what is it called? No, I didn't click on that. It's busyness dilemma. Stop being busy, be effective instead. Social comparison. Why am I always comparing myself to others? But the episode that I kind of like that ties into like what I'm talking about today is episode 5. It's titled, I hate to say it, but women are wired to overthink. So what can we do about it? As annoying as the stereotype is, science has proven that women's brains are more active, leading to neurobiological differences that make it more likely for women to overthink compared to men. So ladies, what can we do about this? How can we use our neurodiversity to work for us and make us better leaders? And what can we do to avoid the detrimental thought spiral? And like the reason why I'm bringing this up, this has nothing to do with periods, but like it does a little, because like it says like we're rewired to overthink. And when it comes to our periods, like that, I feel like that's the time where we're like overthinking too much. You know, we're going through the experiences that we're going through, and then like kind of like either just ignoring what we're going through, or you know, by just like being like, I gotta suck it up, you know, this happens, I gotta still do the things that I gotta do, or just like feeling everything and not like really addressing the things that we're feeling. I don't know if that makes sense, but like I said, it's just like I just want to start these conversations so that maybe, you know, we can start making laws on women who work and, you know, have their periods. Like give us that time off, at least I would say like at least the first 2 to 3 days of our period, because for me the first day is like very late. It's like, I'm here, bitch, but it's late, right? And then the next day it's like heavy. It's like I feel everything, the cramps, the headaches. And then the second day it's still the same, but I'm feeling less crampy, whatever. And then the third, probably still the same, but feeling less crampy. And then after that, like there's less blood, I feel less of the symptoms. Um, and then it's just gone for another month. um, so yeah, I think, is that all that I wanted to talk about? I think so. Like I said, I just wanted to do like just like a quick like video to just like get us to start talking about these things. And like I said, when as I start having more conversations with people, like I would eventually like to bring up, have this bring up another episode again, and then maybe have like someone host it with me, like, and we can talk back and forth about like our experiences. Hopefully by then, like if people reach out to me, they talk to me about their periods, and I'll have like more things to talk about besides like my own personal experiences. And yeah, like I'm done here because like I said, like I I'm just tired, guys. Like I'm gonna be honest, I'm just tired. And it's already 9:42 and I have to upload everything, and I'm probably gonna take my time with it too. So yeah. And then the other thing that I said that I wanted to say is, so before I deleted like the video of like what I wanted to share with you guys from like when I was in Mexico, I didn't check YouTube, but like on Spotify, like only one person listened to it when I deleted it. So if you're that one person and you saw that, like I kind of want to know who you are, but at the same time, like I don't. Um, I just want to like one day, like if like we're hanging out like years from now, be like, hey, like I was that person, and then I'm just gonna be like, oh, it was you. But I love you because that means that you're on your shit with watching my podcast. Please tell me. I don't know if I want you to take a whole year to tell me, but take some time. Tell me when it feels right. Because like I said, yeah, like that was like a very like vulnerable time for me. And then like even like when I posted it, I was like, fuck, like I shouldn't have done that. But fuck it, whatever. People, I'll just watch it. But you have to be subscribed to my YouTube channel to watch it. Um, and then like I haven't uploaded on there yet, but I mean if you're subscribed to me, you will get a notification when it's uploaded. And I'll figure out how to make it look nice, because like I said, like the way that I did it, with like including it in last week's episode, like I didn't like it, and it was like last minute too, because I was like at that moment I was like, okay, I'll post it then. And then like the way that I did it, it took me long. I took long to upload everything for no reason, but it's okay because it's like a learning process. I've been doing this podcast since like November, but I haven't posted anything. So like I don't know what comes with like doing all of this stuff. Like the way you learn is by like practicing and like doing it, like actually doing the work. Because like I would just like make videos but never post them, and I would just like listen back to them. So now that I'm getting like the practice, like I know what websites to use, and how to go from there. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening. If you, like I said, if you ever need anything, please reach out to me. I'm always here. If you want to talk about certain topics, please let me know. I believe after like every episode, there's like Spotify already puts like a question, like what did you think of this episode? So please like answer that, just so that I can get some feedback. If you like it, rate it. That way I can get more listeners to listen. And then share it if you like. And then don't forget, I'm not going to have another episode until October. I'll do October 5th. for that day, I'll stick to the Thursdays, and then depending on like the research that I've done and the information that I have, like I'll see like if I want to follow like the whole like October calendar of like how like different places like post stuff, and because like every day like it's a different post that agencies post for domestic violence awareness. So October 5th will be my next episode, and then from there I'll let you all know like when the next episode is and stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed my little story or my conversation starter about periods. So yeah, have them with your girls, have them with your husbands, your wives, your mothers, your fathers, maybe not your father, um, your sisters, um, just so that you know we can start. Because I feel like periods were always like like we always had to like hide. Like I remember like anytime that like I would have to like change like my pad or tampon, whatever I'm wearing, like it's always like grabbing it from my purse and like hiding it, and like now it's just like I wave it around like guys. I'm just kidding, I don't do that. But like it was just like these like I feel like I've never really had a conversation like about periods with like my, especially like my mom. Like I just remember having it, and then it was like it's just like, oh, you're a woman now. I'm just like, what? um yeah, and like I said, just like ever since like I've just started healing, like it's just so different now, and like I'm actually awake and like aware of like my body and how it feels. And like I just remember before, like it would just be like crappy, like I hate, like it was like worse before, and now like it's starting to slow down, but it still like kind of sucks at the same time. So yeah, let's have these conversations and go from there. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna miss you guys. Hopefully you miss me, but I'll still be around. So like, please follow my Instagram page if you wanna chat with me. Right now, that's the only thing that I have for this podcast is this the Instagram page. And then while I'm on my break too, I'm gonna figure out ways and how to advertise my podcast because I haven't been doing any of that either, and I need to. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. Bye.